There we go. First run of this full marathon training is in the books. It was just a 10-minute run. Normally I try and do my runs in the morning, but it is nighttime now. Fortunately, I knew this was just going to be a short run, just 10 minutes. So I knew I'd be able to get it done in the evening once I had a little bit of free time. So I used the Nike Run Club for the training plan. And in this first 10-minute run, one of the things that Coach Bennett talked about was, if you can't do the run you want to do the run you can do. I think that fits perfectly with how this is now almost 8 o'clock at night. Definitely more than 12 hours past when I would normally run. One run in the books. And what a beautiful evening it is. Today's run was an interval run. It's just 8 by 1 minute at roughly a 5K pace. It's a fairly chilly morning. It was, I think, around 43 Fahrenheit when I started. Probably about an hour after sunrise. It was a shorter run. It only took about 26 minutes total with the warm-up and the intervals and the rest periods. So not too long outside. And then I'm just doing this cool down walk before I get back to my day. There we go. There's week 1, run number 3 in the books. As you can tell, it's another evening run. I realize I'm traveling this weekend, so normally I would do the long run for the week on the weekend, but since that's not going to happen this weekend, I did it today, day 3. So this week, and I realize the next few weekends I'm traveling. So these first 3 weeks, I'm pretty much going to be doing the 5 runs in a row without rest days, which is normally not a good thing to do, but I have just finished up half marathon training, and these runs, these first few weeks, are significantly shorter than what I had been doing. So I'm not too worried about that. I apologize for the coughing. I have allergy-induced asthma. So when I exercise, it gets a little exacerbated. And I need to cough from time to time. This long run this week was 8 kilometers or 4.9 miles. And it was pretty much a straight shot on a paved trail next to a creek, relatively flat. There was just a couple of slight hills. I think the hardest part about it was there were clouds of these gnats or black flies or something, which were hard to dodge, especially as the sun was setting. And I inhaled a few. I think I still have one in my eye. I think I just got that out. Yeah, it was, no, it's still there. It was kind of gross running through those. I should have brought some glasses to wear. I'll have to remember that next time I run here. Long run in the books. I didn't check to see what the pace was. Again, these are shorter runs than I had been doing the last few weeks. But I'm just walking back. We're at the soccer fields for my daughter's soccer practice. So I will sign off and go watch her play some soccer. Thanks. Week 1, run 4 is in the books. This was a 20-minute recovery run. Once again, running in the morning. So now this week, 2 morning runs, 2 evening runs. Still feeling tired from last night's run, since that was just under 5 miles. That makes sense. And obviously legs tired from doing lower body workout this morning. So I'm definitely feeling it. I'm no spring chicken anymore. Turned 45 earlier this year, so it takes a little bit longer for me to recover, but I at least know from having run for a while now that even if my legs feel like they can't get started, if I push myself to start, I'll be able to run. Even if you feel like you can't do it, if your body's not agreeing with you, it's uncomfortable to get up out of a chair and get moving. Once you get moving, it's easy to stay moving. It's like a physics thing. An object in motion stays in motion unless acted on by an outside force. A little physics lesson for you. It's like getting up and moving, starting to make it a habit that'll build. It'd be like a snowball rolling down the hill. Start small, keep building and building, and you'll get your goals accomplished. I know one of the things that the coach in a lot of these Nike Run Club guided runs talks about is switching runs up so they don't get boring, so your body doesn't get used to it. And that's like changing the time of day that you run, changing the place that you run, the types of runs, inside on a treadmill, outside, changing it up so that you don't get bored. In the early part of training, I think the opposite is true. Just in my experience and experience I've seen with others, that the first thing is to turn whatever you're doing into a habit so that it becomes a good habit. If that's getting up at the same time every morning to just try and get that run done, or get a walk done, or get some sort of exercise done. Build that habit so that mentally it feels weird when you're not getting that done. It helps encourage, even when you're not feeling it, you're like, I still gotta get out, I gotta do something. It'll help. And then once that habit is formed, and you're already in a place where you're comfortable running different distances, different places, different times, then change it up to keep things fresh and new so you don't get bored. Things aren't repetitive. But definitely build that habit in the beginning, and it'll pay off big time as you're training. There it is. Week 1, run 5. Done and in the books. This was exactly what I needed this morning. It was just a short 12-minute run. It's a little chilly. It's about 41 degrees Fahrenheit. After this week of getting back into doing leg workouts, my legs are feeling it. So I'm happy that this was just a short little run to end out the week due to the reshuffling because we're traveling this weekend. But it was a good run. The coaching points in today's run I thought was a good thing to talk about, especially in this first week of training for me and this first week of this series. And that was to measure success in as many ways as possible. For me, I'm by no means the fastest runner. I'm by no means the runner that can run the longest distances. I'm kind of just your average 45-year-old guy. So I'm not always going to have a pace that I want to be at. I'm not always going to have the distance that I want to be, the time that I want to be at. But it's not always about those numbers. Sometimes it's just about starting. Sometimes it's just about getting through the run, getting to that finish line, getting to another starting line, and keeping at it. Sometimes it's about just making it up the hill that's in front of you, or down the hill. There's lots of different successes that we can measure our runs by. So don't, especially if you're a new runner, you're seeing this and maybe it's inspiration for you to get out there and start down a path of being able to run a mile, being able to run a 5K, anything like that. Don't get hung up too much on the pace, the time, the distance. Just be proud of those accomplishments that you make in getting across the starting line, just getting yourself moving, getting yourself going. Eventually those accomplishments will add up and you'll meet those goals that you have for yourself. Running that mile, running that 5K, running that 10K, that half marathon. Fitness and running distances, anything like that, they're not immediate success. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take training. Even for people that have been at levels of fitness before, like myself, if I tried to run a half marathon at this time last year, it probably would have taken me 4 or 5 hours. I wouldn't have been able to do it very well, if at all. But I've gotten back into running slowly, building up distances, trying to strengthen and heal certain areas that have been injured. I feel like I'm at a place now where I could probably get a marathon done. We'll see how this goes. You're here with me for this, cheering me on, hopefully, fingers crossed, or jeering me on. Like, you're too old, you can't do it. But yeah, just remember, it's not immediate success. It's something that's slow, you have to work towards. So be happy with the little accomplishments you make.